Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast. I'm Daniel, and I am so happy you are joining us today to start your English journey.
And I'm Emma. Hi, everyone. Daniel, I have to tell you, I am a little nervous today.
Don't be nervous, Emma. That is exactly why we are here. Today, we are going to learn how to introduce yourself. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to say your name, talk about your job, where you are from, and even share a little bit about your daily life.
That sounds perfect because yesterday someone asked me, "Tell me about yourself." And my brain just stopped. It felt like a big empty box and I didn't know what to put inside.
That happens to many people. We are going to give you small boxes instead, little pieces like your name, your job, and your hobbies. Let's start with the very first thing, the greeting. Emma, how do you usually say hello?
Well, I usually just say hi or hello.
Those are great. They are safe for almost any situation. If you are with friends, you can say hey. But if you are in a formal place like a job interview, hello or good morning is better.
Can I say, yo, what's up in an interview?
No, Emma, please don't do that. Save that for your close friends. Listeners, let's practice together. Repeat after me. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. That feels good.
Great. Now, the next step is your name. You can say, I'm Emma, or my name is Emma. Emma, try it.
I'm Emma. My name is Emma.
Perfect. Now, here's a quick tip for our listeners. In American English, we often use contractions to sound more natural. Instead of I am Daniel, I say I'm Daniel. Instead of my name is Daniel, I say my name's Daniel.
Oh, my name's Emma. It's faster.
Exactly. Now, let's move to step 3, where you are from. Most people ask, where are you from? Emma, where are you from?
I from Italy.
Almost. Remember, English needs the verb is or am, so you should say, I'm from Italy.
Ah, right. I'm from Italy. I'm from Rome. Rome is a big, beautiful city.
It really is. Listeners, it's your turn. Say out loud where you are from. Use the pattern, I'm from, and then your country or city.
Emma, sometimes people live in a different place than where they were born. How do they say that?
Good question. You can say, I'm from Italy, but I live in Seattle now. It shows your past and your present. Speaking of the present, let's talk about jobs. Emma, what do you do?
I am student.
Good, but remember to use a or an before your job. You are a student. If your job starts with a vowel sound like explorer, you say an explorer.
Okay, I'm a student. I study English and business.
Business is very useful. I work as an English teacher. Listeners, what about you? Repeat after me. I'm a student. I work in an office. I'm a doctor.
Emma, I have a funny story about jobs. My brother is a doctor. He works a lot. One time, he was so tired, he tried to lock his front door with his car keys.
That is definitely running late behavior. We have all been there. By the way, listeners, if you're enjoying this chat, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. It really helps us help you.
Yes, please subscribe. Now, Daniel, what else should I say?
People often ask about your family. You don't need to give a long speech, just 1 or 2 details. You can say, I live with my parents, or I have one sister.
I have one sister. She is younger than me. She is 20 years old and she studies art.
That's great. I have one brother. He is older than me. And if you don't have siblings, you can say, I'm an only child.
Only child. That's a good one to remember. Daniel, I also want to talk about what I like to do. You know, my hobbies.
Hobbies are the best conversation starters. You can say, I like, or I enjoy, or a very natural one, I'm really into.
I'm really into reading and I love drinking coffee. A lot of coffee.
Emma drinks coffee like it's water.
It basically is. In my free time, I also like watching movies.
What kind of movies?
I like comedies because they make me laugh. I cannot handle horror films. I like sleeping peacefully.
Same here. No spoilers, please. Now, let's look at a very important part of life, your daily routine. When you meet someone, they might ask, "What does your day look like?"
That sounds like a lot of vocabulary.
It is, but let's keep it simple. First, there's the difference between wake up and get up. Emma, do you know the difference?
Is wake up when you stop sleeping?
Exactly. And get up is when you actually leave the bed.
Oh, I wake up at 6, but I hit snooze 3 times, so I get up at 6:30.
Very relatable. After I get up, I brush my teeth and wash my face. Then, the most important part of my morning, I make coffee.
I check my phone before I even get up. Is that bad?
It's very modern, Emma, even if it's a little depressing. Let's practice some common verbs. Repeat after us. Take a shower. Get dressed. Have breakfast.
Take a shower, get dressed, have breakfast.
Good. Notice the pattern, verb plus your plus noun, like brush your teeth or comb your hair. It's a very common shape in English.
Okay, after breakfast, I leave the house at 8:15 and commute to work by bus. Sometimes I run late.
Run late is a very useful phrase. Listeners, here is a challenge for you. Try to say 3 things you do every morning. For example, I wake up, I drink coffee, and I start work.
Okay, Daniel. I think I'm ready to try a full introduction.
Go for it, Emma. Remember the 8 steps: a greeting, name, location, role, a background highlight, the purpose, a personal detail, and a closing invitation.
Okay. Hi, I'm Emma. I'm from Italy and I live in Rome. I'm a student studying business and English. I'm here today because I want to improve my speaking. In my free time, I love reading and drinking coffee. What about you? Do you like coffee too?
That was amazing. Short, clear, and very friendly. You even asked a question at the end to keep the conversation going.
Thanks. I feel much more confident now. But Daniel, what if I forget a word while I'm speaking? My mind still stops sometimes.
That is completely normal. Even I forget words sometimes. When that happens, you can use rescue phrases. You can say, "Sorry, let me start again," or "Let me think for a second."
Let me think for a second. That gives me time.
Exactly. Or you can be honest and say, "I'm not sure how to say this in English." Most people are very kind and will help you.
That makes me feel better. English is difficult, but I'm learning step by step.
And those small steps are the most important ones. Listeners, don't be afraid of making mistakes. Making mistakes is just part of the adventure of learning a new language.
So, Daniel, what are we talking about in the next episode?
Next time, we are going to dive deeper into talking about food and ordering at a restaurant.
Oh, I love talking about food, especially pizza.
I knew you would say that. Before we go, let's do a quick review. Emma, what are the 3 most important phrases we learned today?
Nice to meet you. I'm from, and I work as a.
Perfect. And for pronunciation, remember to stress the important words like your name and where you are from. Say it with rhythm. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You've got it. Listeners, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Don't forget to practice your 6-sentence introduction and write it in the comments below. We read every single one.
Yes, we really want to meet you. See you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye bye.